Okay, hello, welcome back to Spit Yo-Yo Mafia's replay analysis. Today I have the Jadgtiger 8 centimeter. So this is the tank that has a lot of DPM. Mine specifically has 3.7k DPM. It also has a lot of base view range. Mine is rocking about 500 view range, quite literally. So just about any tank that gets in my view range that doesn't have camo is immediately going to be spotted. And tanks with a lot of camo get their camo shredded pretty easily. So it's a really good tank when it comes to spotting and DPM. You do want to avoid fighting heavily armored tanks, otherwise you will have to flank them. Yes, you will have to flank them in a Jadgtiger 8. But the thing is that this tank does turn very fast. It's very hard to get behind this tank, so it's a pretty decent tank in my opinion. What you do want to keep in mind is you do have really thick tracks, so it is kind of hard to penetrate the side. What is easy to penetrate is this right here, not just the lower plate, but you want to hide this. This right here is 250. So it's 250 flat, but remember this is tier 8, so if you angle it just a little bit, you can definitely start bouncing some shots, right? If you angle this. A lot of people also, I brawl in this tank a lot, and people underestimate my DPM. I have 3.7k DPM, right? At tier 8. Name for me how many tier 8 tanks have even 2.5k DPM, and this monstrosity now has 1.5k health. So if you're trying to trade with this tank shot for shot, you're probably going to get more modules damage because I'm shooting you more, and then yeah, that DPM. I can kill myself more than twice over in a minute. That's crazy. So you do have good base penetration, and this thing prints credits because it has 212 base penetration. It's preferential matchmaking. Unfortunately, you don't see too many tier 7, tier 6 tanks like you did in the past, but it still prints credits. Try to avoid shooting premium because it's very, very expensive, and then generally it will suck all of your money away. So try to stick with shooting AP. If you can't penetrate someone but you have allies around them, just track them so that way you get assistance damage from that, and that give you credits as well. This tank also is moderately quick. It's actually not that slow. It goes like 30 plus kph. It's like 35 or something like that on flat ground. Do keep in mind you want to stay off like soft ground because then people can actually flank you, but it's not that easy to flank this tank. It turns really well. If you put the cruise skill called clutch breaking on, it helps you turn even faster. So a lot of people end up getting surprised when they're trying to flank my tank and they realize the harder way that I'm still DPMing them and they cannot flank me. So yeah, this tank I actually like playing through it. I did 2 markets so far. I have like an 86% mark rate. It's a pretty fun tank to play in my opinion. But let's get into the team compositions. So the first thing I'm gonna notice is that there's 2 already. They're M12s. So basically, if I sit back here, I'm guaranteed to get spotted. I'm guaranteed to get hit by already. Tell me how I'm supposed to penetrate these tanks with this. I can't do that, right? So fighting on this flank is a waste of time, basically. So being anywhere over here is a waste of time. Instead, I think the better option is to either fight in city, look over here since I have really good view range, spot these guys over here, shoot them, and spot TDs over here for my team, or go over here and help them. So those are the 3 options I would do. In this game, I think I would actually go over here and shoot tanks that are over here. I think this is the better plan. And then if any tanks come into the city, then I'll come deal with them, not deal with anyone that's over here as well. So I believe that's what I do in this game because I don't see any point in going over here. So without further ado, let's get started. But wait, one thing before I start, do not get shot by this tank. It's a bad idea. Doesn't matter what tank you're in. Find out what this tank is and then stay the hell out of its way until it fires. Not that it fires, then kill it. Okay, one thing I want to mention, the reason why I didn't just charge right over here is because this thing doesn't have really, like, it has no camo, so, well, I wouldn't say that. It has some camo, but it's pretty much almost unusable, right? So, you're not going to get spotted, like, from max range, but if someone gets, like, say right here, they can probably spot you pretty easily. So, the reason why I'm going this way, so I don't get spotted, so I don't get RD'd, and so on and so forth, because anyone can just rush to the city, right? Or anyone can decide they want to come here instead of going here, or you catch my drift. Pause here. One thing you're gonna learn when you use this tank, it does not have good gun elevation. So good luck with that. This tank's gun elevation is really, really, really bad. So you're gonna have to prop yourself up on terrain X to get shots at people. And here I just took the shot. I kind of wish I had APCR loaded. I'm firing at range, but I'm trying to make credit, so I'm not firing APCR. If I was being realistic, I would definitely fire APCR for this range. But you see, I'm leading quite a bit, and the AP does have good shell velocity, but even then, it's still not enough, right? So do make sure you recognize what your shell velocity is in the distance. If I had fired probably like half a tank's length ahead of where I was aiming, I probably would have hit him. If I wasn't going too fast, but you know, poor aim is poor aim, right? Alright, so now we kind of just need to be patient, really. There's not too much we can do. Just let the game play out and see how it goes. What I can do for my teammates, though, if I want to, is spot over here and see what's over here. So if they tell me they're getting shot from this direction, I can definitely spot stuff over there for them. And look at that. For some reason, there's photography. It's not even just in the city. He's on our side of the map. So we're worried because those medium tanks can shoot at us because we're probably spotted now. And we also need to deal with this Tiger P. And we're going to have to use APCR for that. There's no way we're going to penetrate this dude with AP. That, at least not reliably, because they buffed the armor on that thing. So they're actually going to have to, you know, use premium now. We do have the side of his turret here, so we're going to take advantage of that and take an easy shot, right? We are spotted now, so we are aware of that. Our allies are shooting that Tiger P for us as well, so we're getting a lot of assistance damage. So do keep in mind that because of your view range and stuff like that, you can actually rack up a lot of assistance damage in this tank. So there, that is... right there, that is the difference between using APCR and not using it. You see how easily I hit that shot just because I was using APCR? It reached him almost instantly. That is the difference between using AP and APCR. So don't be afraid to use APCR just because you don't need that penetration to penetrate the target. You can definitely use it for shell velocity as well. And there you see, I had like a half tank length lead right there. That's what it's required to hit it with AP with this tank at long range. Maybe even a full tank, depends on how fast they're going. But this tank does have really good shell velocity, so do keep that in mind. But you do need to still lead quite a bit.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Also, the reload here is like 3.3 seconds. I did buff it a little bit, and I buffed it to like 3 seconds flat, so my reload is actually quite a bit better now, and I focus more on DPM. I just did that by using bounty vents, bounty rammer, and mixed job, brothers in arms, and food. So those are the things that you use to maximize your DPM nowadays. And there, he wasn't moving, so I just kept blind firing. If you're not going to move, then yeah, I'm going to assume that you're still there, and I'm just going to blind fire until you die. Alright, looking at the map now, we have the medium tanks. They lost the bottom flank. This also goes hand in hand with the WZ131 video that I told you about how you can go here and you can support your teammates from here instead of actually going to that flank yourself. It's a lot more useful to do this, in my opinion. Get a lot more damage in, and you don't have to risk yourself. There's always someone that will go to that flanking spot for you, so if they don't, then you know, you can still spot them from here. You can prevent them from charging down, and if they're charging to your base, it's nothing but open field, and you can easily counter that on either side. So It really doesn't matter that much. In this game, we own the city, made sure we did that. So the only targets you have left are medium tanks and tank destroyers, really. And also, do keep moving, especially when you own the map, like a large portion of the map. Do keep moving so that way you can keep your gun in the game. Like, you want to keep your gun firing as much as possible. So you want to keep moving into positions to where your gun can continue to do so. So do keep that in mind while you're playing. Also, keep in mind the V range. Your max V range is their max V range. If you stay out of it, then you likely won't get spotted as well. So that's why you see me moving up a bit more so that they won't be able to see me. Oh, you can see their north is pretty aggressive. Them being aggressive is a mistake in my opinion because we still have a ST or V over there, so that's not going to go well. We still have an email as well, so yeah, those are two tanks that will rip you apart if you charge into them while they're hold down. Right there, we just spotted the Super Hellcat, so we need to deal with him, but the mediums might also shoot us. We do have the view range to spot them from here, so our allies are also pushing in, so there's a lot of pressure going on here. So with all this pressure, we should be okay. Okay, so the convoy is also spotted, but I'm more interested in shooting the tank that's running away. Because, you know, if we use priority targets, I think the convoy is a much bigger threat. However, the Super Hellcat is running, so I don't have many chances to shoot at him, so why not take those shots first? There you see the convoy tried to fire at us. We're pretty angled towards him, and he hit the upper part of our tank. Had he actually aimed at the hole, he probably would have penetrated, but, you know, it's kind of his fault. Poor aim on his part, in my opinion. Could have been RNG as well, because it is a pretty long-range shot, too. Alright, so we put 2 shots into him, then we're going to look at the convoy, and we're going to start dealing with him. Now, if he does penetrate me, I really don't give a rat's ass. And the reason why is because my DPM is retarded. So, put it like this. He's at 1062, I do 240 damage per shot. So, I need to shoot him 5 times. So, barring the first shot, it would take me 12 seconds to kill this guy. How long do you think it would take him to kill me? This is why I don't care about taking a shot here, and I'm like, I'm going to kill you because my DPM is so high, it literally does not matter. You might have more alpha, but my DPM is 3.7k, and I can kill you multiple times over in a minute. So I'm just going to start DPMing him down. That was a really poor aim shot, you know, lead it more, right? There you see I'm leading it more and I'm hitting my shot like I'm supposed to. For some reason he stopped there. That alpha tells us a lot from the T-34-2. That tells us he's using the bigger gun. Why is he using the bigger gun? I don't know. That thing is garbage. If you're gonna use a bigger gun, just play the T-34-3. Otherwise, use a smaller gun. The bigger gun on the T-34-2 is like beyond trash. Like, just don't use it. And you see, we're getting hit by the Super Hellcat. Do we care? No, because he's exposing himself. And by exposing yourself, artillery is going to hit you. And we have a VKP over here, too. So if you want to continue to do so, feel free to do so. You're going to die in the process. I really don't care at this point. Look at that. He died by the VKP because he overexposed himself. Did I care that I took a hit there? No, not really, because you just got yourself killed for it. So that is something you're going to have to recognize while you're playing. Whether or not you're taking damage, no, that matters. The point of playing this game is to not ever take damage. It's, are you making trades effectively? And in that opinion, my trades are effective. I'm killing this guy. He can't really pin me, as long as I'm turned towards him. And yeah, that Super Hellcat overexposed himself and died to our VKP, so that was 100% his fault for poor positioning, and I don't know if he thought he had enough camo, but you need to know the view ranges of respective tanks around you. And what I will tell you is most 8-8 players are generally rocking 480 view range. So I just got my bounty, what's it called, bounty optics, so I actually be rocking 510 plus if I were to play this tank again. But most players, while they might not be rocking like 500 like I am, they will definitely be rocking like 470 to 480. So if you do fire, you're gonna lose all your camo bonuses and you will be spotted by an 80. Like, I guarantee you, you will be spotted by Jadgtiger 88. So do be very, very careful of that, right? And not only are we doing a lot of damage this game, because doing, I believe, 2k damage is purple in this tank, you also need to keep in mind that we are racking up a lot of spotting damage from our view range as well. So we're doing pretty good this game, and I'm probably going to end the replay here because there's not much else to talk about. The game is pretty much over at this point. So this is a really good showcase of what I was talking about with the WZ131 video, where I told you you can go to the middle of the map and support your team from here. If you have enough view range, it's a very good idea. If you have very good dispersion values, it's a good idea. If you can snipe, stuff like that, like the Leo could definitely take advantage of this position. It's an example of a high tier tank that can snipe well. The Grill is another example of a tank that can do it. But if you did like my video, feel free to subscribe. And then I do stream. You're gonna find that in the description below, the link to my channel on Twitch. And I stream almost daily, so you can catch me. My streaming schedule is generally like early in the morning for Eastern US time. So generally around I say 10 a.m. to probably like 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. is generally around the time that I stream. Sometimes I might stream longer, it depends on how I'm feeling, but and sometimes I might stream in the evening. Like I said, it really depends on how I'm feeling. But thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next video.